Hi, Wine Explorers. Mike and Ben back here at Taste, Wine Bar and Market, and we're doing a series on the delicious Wine Club wines for November. Ben, what are we going to taste?
This is a dry ferment from Tokaj, Hetszolo in Hungary. All right, guys, so what we got here is a dry ferment from Tokaj. The winery is Tokaj, Hetszolo. Ferment is an indigenous grape to the country of Hungary. They've been making wines out of this grape for over 500 years. Tokaj is one of those regions that's very famous for dessert wines, kind of like Sauterne. But this is a dry white wine. And so these wines have kind of come to prominence over the last 20, 30 years since they've been able to get exposure to the West. Also in that same vein, people whose families own vineyards, wineries, have been able to go west, go to Europe, go to America, learn techniques, advance the quality of the wines, and they're turning out some fabulous stuff.
Yeah, this is really delicious. The minerality on the nose and on the palate is there. I mean, definitely could stand up to a lot of different pairings that you would want to do with it.
I think, when I smell it, I smell the sea. Mm-hmm. So I think shellfish, raw oysters, right. Anything, clams, I mean, anything like that will just sing.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely, yeah.
The palate, the color is almost translucent. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's light straw color is almost a stretch. But the body on it has weight. Mm-hmm. It's not super brisk across the palate. The mid palate, it has weight, so it carries. It has a long finish. Green apple, maybe even some pear-like qualities. Mm-hmm. But it's not what I would call an ultra light white wine. No. But it is definitely very approachable and easy drinking.
Yeah. This is really nice. And they also keep this on the lees too for several months, don't they?
They do, which is the lees stirring and the sur-lie style is what actually adds to that weight on the palate. Usually, if you have a wine that's going to be light, brisk, Sauvignon Blanc from Sancerre, so they're going to get it off the lees immediately. Right. They want that clean, fresh, ultra mineral driven wine. They want a little bit of body to it. Mm-hmm. They want something they can chew on a little bit. Yeah. And so I think that they really hit the mark.
Yeah, no, this is really, really delicious. And another great pick, another unusual pick, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I've ever had a ferment before.
And I try not to make usual picks.
Right, absolutely. And that's the great thing about the wine club, right?
Yeah.
So this is awesome. Any idea? I mean, I'm very familiar with Tokaj, the sweeter Tokaj. But any idea what percentage they may make with the dry versus the sweet coming out of Hungary?
I would say that's changing every year, and there's more and more of the dry. The sweet is expensive. First off, and a lot of that goes to Asia. It goes to Russia. It is not as plentiful. Or as easily accessible as the dry is. So I would say that, heck, it's probably 50-50 now,
really?
Maybe
Wow.
even 60-40 dry.
Yeah,
just because it's easier to make. When you're making a sweet Tokaj, there's botrytis involved, which means that it has to be late harvest. Yep. It has to have so much percentage of the bunch has to be covered in botrytis or noble rot, and then they have a scale, the petunias scale, specifically in Hungary, and so they have a sweetness scale, kind of like they have in Germany, where it has to have so many grams per liter of residual sugar to be 2, 3, 4, 5 petunias.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd give it 5 petunias, right? I'd give it 5 stars as well, right?
Absolutely,
But,
absolutely.
This is great. This is great. Well, thanks again for going to all the trouble to pick out these unique and these really good wines. We've talked a lot. I know how many wines you taste a month and what goes into picking out the wine club. And I know that I really appreciate all the effort you put in. Thank you.
I'll do my best, man.
It's great. It's great.
Good.
Thanks, everyone. We'll see you next time. Don't forget to look for the other couple of installments with our wines from November. We've got 2 great reds. Don't forget to look for those. And like the reels, follow us at Wine by the Book and Taste Wine Bar and Market. And hope to see you in here sharing some of these with us in the future. Thanks.